Good morning. I am 3 minutes earlier today, so if you're watching and recording, you can just fast forward 3 minutes. Good morning, Alice. Good morning, Gina. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Judy. Good morning, Mariella. Good morning, Mary. All right, it is time for us to start. We continue today exploring the ethical practices of yoga, ethical guidelines, still continuing with AHIMSA, nonviolence, just because it's such a multifaceted practice and it's really the cornerstone of everything. So I want to remind you the Yoga Sutra that goes with AHIMSA, or for AHIMSA. Being firmly grounded in non-violence creates an atmosphere in which others can let go of their hostility. And today we're going to expand a little bit on the self-love and self-acceptance that is required really for non-violence. It is widely known nowadays that in the West there is an enormous amount of self-loathing. It's really a cultural thing. A lot of us are constantly trying to fix ourselves as if what we are right now is somehow subpar, inferior, not enough. Here it's very important not to confuse our search for meaning, joy, spiritual awakening, a life of purpose, with these attempts to fix ourselves as if we're broken. The latter comes from a compulsive need to become the way we think we should be, the way we think we should look, how much we should weigh, what we should think, how we should feel. These attempts actually take us further from who we really are, violently imposing a societal template onto our beautiful, vulnerable uniqueness. These attempts to change self rather than to love self keep us trapped in a vicious cycle. This obsession about fixing ourselves, so prevalent in our Western society, comes from fear, really. Fear of not fitting in, fear of what people may say, fear of being, looking, feeling different. And this fear only breeds more and more fear as we project it outside. The spiritual search, in contrast, the search for purpose, comes from a deep need of our soul, our heart, to be connected to the oneness of the universe and to give back to that oneness in the form of whatever service we decide to bring into this world. We want to awaken fully to what we feel is possible, to become ourselves fully and unapologetically. The search comes from love, is love, brings love. It comes from a deep knowing that you are not broken. You don't need to be fixed. You are whole. And you just need to allow yourself to touch this wholeness, to bask in it, to let yourself be held in it with tenderness. All of you, not just the good parts, but really everything. Where fear creates harm and violence, love creates expansion and non-violence, and the true safety that we seek. So let's explore it a little bit today. Take a comfortable position, and as always, take a few moments to acknowledge all the circumstances of your practice, both internal and external. As you take this conscious, mindful pause, inhabit it with all your senses. How does it feel to be you right now? Not somebody you want to be, not somebody you think you should be, but really you in this moment. Take a few nice, deliberate breaths without forcing anything. Simply allowing the breath to pass through you. Notice how your body moves in response to your breath. Or maybe doesn't move. And now bring to mind an area in your life where you are trying hard to fix yourself or something about yourself. how are you approaching this fixing? What exactly are you doing, thinking or feeling around it? Is there any tenderness in your approach? Or is it a violent, limiting framework? Oh, I should not do this. I should do that. I should not feel this. I should be feeling that. And if you don't notice any tenderness, see if you can consciously bring it in right now. Maybe put your hand on your heart and tell yourself, it's okay. May I be kind to myself. May I allow myself to relax. Notice how it feels in your body and in your mind. See if you can awaken this natural tenderness from within your soul and allow everything about you, the good, the bad, and the ugly, to be held in this tender embrace that you can provide to yourself. How does that feel? As you do this, perhaps some messages or images emerge around how you may tweak your approach to better yourself. How it may come from love and tenderness and compassion versus fear and the feeling of being not good enough. Don't worry if nothing comes up. There is no way to do this practice wrong. Just sit with it, being tender to yourself. Perhaps repeating over and over, I'm okay, it's okay, may I be kind to myself, may I relax. And to complete our practice today, I want to read yet another poem from Dana Folds, of course. It's called Birthright. Despite illness of body or mind, in spite of blinding despair or habitual belief, who you are is whole. Let nothing keep you separate from this truth. The soul, illumined from within, longs to be known for what it is. Undying, untouched by fire or the storms of life. There is a place inside where stillness and abiding peace reside. You can ride the breath to get there. Despite doubt or hopeless turns of mind, you are not broken. Spirit surrounds, embraces, fills you from the inside out. Release everything that isn't your true nature. And what's left? The fullness, light, and shadow. Claim all of that as your birthright. Take a few nice, cleansing breaths. And perhaps one last time, repeat to yourself, I'm okay. May I be kind to myself. May I relax into the flow of life. I am safe. And when you're ready to complete your practice, slowly open your eyes if they were closed. Maybe add some movement. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a wonderful day filled with tenderness. And I'll see you tomorrow.